find her. A romantic fumble at this romantic chateau leads to these fine humans, who you take to this eco-lodge to get seriously close to nature. Then you check in with her at this tropical paradise, before soaring over this castle resort with your father-in-law, who finally seems to like you. Life can be like that when you get it booking right. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
You want to play out first and foremost, Aaron Sanchez. I think this just puts him in the rotation now. I, for one, thought he's a guy that's in the Blue Jays rotation because of the week they had in their bullpen last year and entering this season that needs to be beefed up. I think he was going to be able to possibly do that if this rotation thing didn't work out. He's got value wherever he lands, but I think now you have to assume that Aaron Sanchez will be in this rotation, which is probably a very good thing for the Blue Jays. And then it's a matter of another spot now. Does Marco Estrada, who's going to be that wing guy, and that's not an awful thing either if you have Estrada and Sanchez at the back end of your rotation. You've got the name of Daniel Norris. If he does win things out here, maybe he pitches well enough in spring to secure a spot with Sanchez in the back end of the rotation, and that keeps Estrada in the bullpen. Again, you have like Marco down there doesn't hurt either from the right side. Chad Jenkins' name has been passed out there before as a swing guy. He started before too. Can he be built up now to pitch at the back end? The scenario is playing out, and I'm sure as I said, Alex and the staff were meeting last night trying to play out different things.
Joe, would Sanchez be on an innings limit?
I think he's built up pretty good. Because he's pitched in the past, a lot of times what they do is they have to look back at the number of innings he's thrown in past years, and just because he was in the pen last year, started all season long. A lot of times he's by the year before, but also in the past he's built up to. So you look at those numbers, I think you're always going to be careful with a guy like Sanchez, but again, when you're at the back end of the rotation, there's times perhaps that he could be skipped or ways that they can protect him days off and those sorts of things. It'll be very interesting. I think for me right now, guys, we're talking about the rotation, but the impact that this is going to have on the bullpen is huge, because as I said, Aaron Sanchez was not going to be in this rotation if it didn't work out this week because they needed that power arm in the bullpen. It would really help. He and Estrada both from the right side in the pen, and Cecil Luke from the left side. There's four guys. Delavar's look good if he can regain any kind of form from 2013. You've got this bullpen slowly warming, and this is really just put a wrinkle into those plans very suddenly. So I think as we speak today, I have a feeling the luck that throughout spring training, I've been to so many springs over the years where you see things like this happen. And I mean, up until the last day even, there could be guys, players, there could be guys outrighted or have opt-out clauses in other spring camps right now. There's a good chance there's a couple arms in the Blue Jays bullpen to start the season that aren't even in Blue Jays camp right now, so lots can happen.
Really appreciate your time. Thank you very much, Joe Siddle, Jays Color Voice, Sportsnet 590, The Fan, on Marcus Stroman. Thanks a lot. Good luck today again. Don't forget, you can check out Jays Orioles at 1 with Mike and Joe at Sportsnet 590.ca, and the Marcus Stroman News Conference again. 9 o'clock on Sportsnet 590. Chances the over-under that he cries?
George, I think that's a done deal. He was extremely emotional yesterday, and I'm sure you'll see some tears streaming down his face today during that news.
Yeah, we both agree. Alex Anthopoulos will cry today during the news.
He was sad yesterday on PTS. Was he ever sad?
8:20. Switching our attention to the NFL. That was a crazy day yesterday. NFL free agency started at 4 p.m. and it just kept coming and coming and coming and coming. Some of the news that was made yesterday, and some of the big signings, of course, Ndamukong Suh, that was made official yesterday. The Dolphins signed him to the richest contract ever by a D lineman. And apparently there's now a problem or some sort of investigation.
Right, they're a little nervous on how everything shook down, but that story's probably going to have some more legs as we move forward. But the Dolphins are a little nervous on how they actually landed in Ndamukong Suh.
LaShawn McCoy officially a Buffalo Bill. That's cool.
That's exciting.
Yeah, probably the most complete back in football.
And we'll have Rex Ryan on the show tomorrow. I'm sure he's jacked up about having Rex Ryan.
Frank Gore goes to the Colts
along with Andre Johnson.
To Miami University. Stud horses. Yeah, there again. Torrey Smith, that's a big one for the 49ers. Is Stevie Johnson still a 49er or no?
Yeah, I'm not a big Torrey Smith guy.
You're not?
He can stretch the field, but in Colin Kaepernick, in fact, Colin